Welcome to Learning to Speak Urhobo, understanding your nativity. My name is Ogeno Bukopo. On today's episode, we shall be learning about some domestic animals and how they are pronounced in Urhobo language. So don't go anywhere. Now, learning to speak Urhobo, understanding your nativity is very important. I always say, so you don't seem lost anytime you are found among your peers or in diaspora and Urhobo language happen to be holding sway. Let's talk about some domestic animals and how they are pronounced in Urhobo language. Names of domestic animals. Names of animals means Odeiramin. Names of animals, Odeiramin. Animals that live with us in our common environment. In our environment, environment means ekogo. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Top on the list in no particular order is the hen. The hen. Whether male or female, they call it oho. Hen, the fowls or the fowl is called oho, or the birds. Oho. The birds in the farm is different from the one at home. You have the hen. The hen is the one that lays the egg. It's called ogboruane. Hen is called ogboruane. Ogboruane. Let me say it again. The hen is called ogboruane. Then the people call it cock or the rooster. The rooster, you helped me also find out, but I grew up understanding that the rooster is called kokoroko or kokoroko because it crows. Kokoroko, the rooster is called kokoroko. And one beautiful animal that resides with us, a domestic animal, is the dog. The dog in Urhobo language is called erakon. Erakon, the dog. Erakon. The dog, erakon. Now we have the male and the female dog. So we call it erako oshari, that is the male dog. Erako oshari, the male dog. Then the female dog is erako aye. We only qualify them with other words. Erako aye, the female dog. But the dog is generally known as erakon. I know there are several species, but this is what you need for now. Then we move over to the goat. The goat is called ewe. Ewe. Now the he goat has a unique name. It's called okri. Okri. The smaller one, the kid, is called omokri, while the adult himself is called okri because a man is matured. Don't be my boy, mature, is male. The female goats, I grew up understanding is called eweaye. Now I'm teaching you based on how I was raised. I was raised in the town of Agbaro, though I am an Ugeli boy. My mother sent me to live with my grandnan, my grandmommy called Nene. And that was where I learned all this. So I learned with the Agbaro and the Ugeli language. Okay, let's go on. The cow. The cow, we call it Imalu. The cow, we call it Imalu. I don't know if there is another name for it, but we call the cow Imalu. So the male and female will be Imalu Oshari, Imalu Aye. That's all. Male, Imalu Oshari. Female, Imalu Aye, because female is Aye, male is Oshari. So that is for the cow. Then birds, I told you there are some birds that also live with us. I'm not talking about the hen or the cock or the rooster now. There are some birds that lives around the domestic environment. For bird, we call them one. We call it ovran. Ovran. Bird. One bird is ovran. But because there are different types of birds, that live in the domestic environment, we call them evran. Evran birds. Evran. One bird is ovran. Birds are called evran. Evran. Don't forget that. Birds. Evran. Birds. Evran. Bed, ovran, or bird, ovran. Now I know with English, but I'm telling you the robot. Is there anything, before we go on, Before we continue, is there anything that you want me to talk about and you feel I have not done justice to it? Yes, no man is perfect. Just go there, click on the notification button, or DM me or send me a direct message to ask, and I will gladly oblige and respond to you. Don't forget, the essence of these teachings of this is for us to allow for learning, so that when you're not home, you can flick this open, let your children learn, so that they are able to acquaint themselves with what is happening in their local language and they don't seem lost. Urhobo, wado. Let us continue. The cat. The cat, we call it ologbo. Meow. We call it ologbo. Cat. Ologbo. Ologbo. So if you want to do male and female, we just say oshari aye. You know, oshari, male cat. Ologbo, female cat. Ologbo. Okay? Ologbo. Okay? Ologbo. Ologbo, cat, ologbo. Then, if you move further, we see you will have the horse. The horse is a domestic animal. The horse in Urhobo is pronounced yesi. Some people call it yesi, but they call it yesi. When we were growing up, we call it twice. Yesi, yesi, because we sing with it. Yesi, yesi, gidigba. Gidigba. That's how he runs, he gallops, He gallops. Yesi, yesi, gidigba. So the horse is called yesi. Yesi. Another domestic animal that sounds almost like it is the pig. The pig is called AC. The pig is called AC in Urhobo language. The pig, again, is called AC. Like I said, the horse is called yesi, but the pig is called AC. I don't know why that is. Maybe because of the height, so they removed the ye from the pig. But the pig is called AC. AC. Pig. AC. Two almost unavoidable customers, animals in the environment again that I remember. One is the rat or the rodent. The rodent, in every 10 homes, at least you go see her for 6. The rodent is called eranwenwi. Eranwenwi. The rodent or the rat is called eranwenwi. Eranwenwi is the rat. The rat is called eranwenwi. Then there is the rabbit, which is obviously the rodent, I beg your pardon. The rabbit or the rodent is called afioto. Afioto. Afioto is the rabbit or the rodent. Afioto. Then the rat, we call it eranwenwi. Then there is this squirrel. There is this squirrel. I've forgotten the name that they call it, but when we were young, we used to catch some of these little rats, bush rats. We'd call them ogresi. Bush rat, ogresi. I hope you've been blessed listening and learning from this. Some person said I was too fast, so I had to slow down so that we can learn bits by bits. On my next episode when I'm coming, I want to talk about some of the simple, normal use of English in the house, and I also want to talk about some of the utensils in the house, which I've already done on my YouTube page. If you go there, Obuzali, you'll see some of these things. But because I want our children, when you catch them young and you teach them young, they learn and internalize this, but then never lose this grip of what they have learned. This has been Learning to Speak Urhobo. My name again remains Ogene Obukoku. Until I see you again, keep spreading the news, keep telling people, keep following. When we are 1,000 followers, we will begin live streaming so that we can talk to us, and we will get to choose the time that we need to meet. I have decided to commit myself to do this, not because I want to get paid, but because I want all of us from the Urhobo land to learn and appreciate our local language so that our nativity become part and parcel of our existence. My name is Obuzali. I sing and I talk for a living. Urhobo, wado. I always say I am an Urhobo man who love God.